Every night, my wife's phone pinged a mysterious dot on the map, an abandoned lighthouse miles from home, whispering a secret that shattered the silence of our love. I caught my cheating wife when her GPS tagged a strange location every night. I sat in our quiet living room in Portland, Oregon, the clock ticking past midnight as I stared at the glowing screen of her phone. Lena, my wife of 9 years, had left it on the coffee table, unlocked for once, a rare slip in her increasingly guarded habits. As a software developer, I'd always been curious about tech, and a new app I'd installed to track our family's movements for safety had become my unintentional window into betrayal. Each night, her GPS tagged the same strange location, an isolated lighthouse on the rugged Oregon coast, 45 miles from our suburban nest. We'd never visited it together, and her excuse of late client meetings didn't stretch that far. Lena was a marketing consultant, her days filled with Zoom calls and networking events, or so I thought. Our marriage had been a steady harbor, me coding in the background, her charming clients with her wit, until the past few months, when her smiles grew forced and her late returns unexplained. The GPS data gnawed at me, a digital breadcrumb trail I couldn't ignore. One stormy evening with our son Ethan, 8, at a sleepover, I decided to follow it. I drove through rain-slicked roads, the lighthouse's beam cutting through the fog like a silent accusation. Parking near the cliffs, I saw her car, and through the lighthouse's cracked window, Lena with a man, tall with a fisherman's cap, sharing a blanket, their laughter mingling with the sea's roar. My chest tightened as I recorded the scene, the cold rain soaking me as I processed the sting of her infidelity. Back home, I confronted her with the video and GPS logs. She froze, then wept, confessing it was Paul, a childhood friend turned lover, met again at a coastal conference. The lighthouse was their refuge, a place she'd romanticized since they were teens. She begged for forgiveness, saying she'd lost herself in nostalgia. But the hurt was a chasm between us. The days that followed were a storm of my own. I moved into a small apartment, Ethan splitting time between us, his innocent questions piercing deeper than her lies. I threw myself into work, coding late into the night, but the lighthouse haunted me, its light a reminder of trust betrayed. Lena reached out, pleading for a chance to explain, and one weekend, I agreed to meet her at a neutral cafe. Her eyes were hollow, her voice raw with regret, detailing how Paul rekindled old dreams she'd buried for our family. As I stood on the Portland waterfront weeks later, the city lights reflecting on the Willamette River, I held Ethan's hand, his small fingers warm against mine. Lena joined us, her presence tentative, and we watched a freighter pass, its horn a soft lament. The GPS had exposed her secret, but it also led me to this moment, standing with my son, facing the woman I'd loved, now a stranger seeking redemption. I didn't forgive her that night, but I saw the flicker of the woman I'd married, buried beneath her mistakes. For Ethan's sake, I whispered a fragile promise to try, the river's flow mirroring the slow, uncertain path toward healing, a love not lost, but rewritten in the shadow of that lighthouse's light.